welcome to my channel. I'm Carrie Way and I'm a theater mom. I'm hoping this channel can be a resource for other theater parents as they support their child participating in theater. And if you're a theater kid, consider this channel a resource for you too. For today's video, I have 34 Amazon finds. These are things that we have ordered to support my daughter in her pursuit of theater, and they're items I think are great and could be helpful to you as well. So let's get started. The first step, I don't actually have this item. We gave it as a gift. It's called the Thespian's Bucket List, 1001 stagey things to do before kicking the bucket. We bought this as a part of a gift for a theater friend. It's a really cute book. It has a section related to travel, so theater things to do in different cities. It also has sections like plays to read or see or things to do to stretch yourself as an actor. This next section is all songbooks we purchased when my daughter was just starting out. Many of these songbooks are for my daughter's voice type. For any of these that seem interesting but aren't the right voice type for your child, just click the link and you can find similar songbooks by the same company, and they'll have a variety of voice or age types. First up, we have this book. It's the Contemporary Musical Theater for Teens Young Women's Edition Volume 1. It has 31 songs from 25 musicals. Some of the songs in here include Pulled from the Addams Family. Some are older, like Without You from Rent, All for You from Seussical the Musical. Just check the link and you'll be able to see all the different songs that are in this book. Some of the songs in here are standards that are easy to learn, others that aren't too overdone to use at auditions. Here we have another Hal Leonard book. This is for kids and teens. It's Contemporary Musical Theater for Teens, Young Women's Edition, Volume 2. So basically it's just the second volume of the previous book. Again, it has some songs that aren't too overdone. It has some songs from Bring It On. It has a couple songs from In the Heights. And then it has some basics from Wicked, like Popular, that are a little more overdone. But still a good resource to take a look at. Next up, we have kids songs from contemporary musicals. It's 15 songs from 8 musicals. And this one's more geared towards younger children, definitely not teens. It has Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen. It has 4 different songs from Matilda. More unusually, it has 3 songs from A Christmas Story, so if you're auditioning for a Christmas show, that would be a good resource. And then a more predictable song like I Know It's Today from Shrek the Musical. But again, a good resource if you're just starting out and you have a younger kid. This one is Kids Musical Theater Collection, 29 songs from the stage and screen, including Any Dream Will Do, Castle on a Cloud, Let Me Entertain You, My Favorite Things, Part of Your World, Reflection, Tomorrow, We're All in This Together. So this is another one that's good for little kids. It has a few more songs than the previous book. It does have quite a few that are somewhat overdone, but I'm sure if you look, you'll be able to find a few that are more unusual. This one is one of the better ones for kids because it has more options that aren't super overdone. It has a good mix of songs for younger and older kids, and the songs seem easy to learn. It's the Kids Musical Theater Anthology, a treasury of songs from stage and film, specially designed for young singers. And then what's kind of interesting about this one is it includes the story synopsis, the song setup, audition tips, and 16 bar cut suggestions. So this is really great for kids who are starting out and need good audition material. It's very step by step. It'll be really helpful. And the last of the songbooks, this was my daughter's first anthology that I ever purchased for her. Some of the songs in here are overdone, but there are some good options for many different voice types. It's the Young Women's edition of the Teens Musical Theater Collection. It has 33 songs from stage and film, including Beauty and the Beast, God Help the Outcasts, I Enjoy Being a Girl, In My Own Little Corner, overdone. Memory, don't sing that at an audition. On My Own, overdone. Part of Your World, kind of dicey. Think of Me. So all those ones that are kind of on the front cover here are maybe a little overdone, but as you can see, there's quite a few songs. And if you go to the Amazon link, you'll be able to see all the songs and see whether there are any that interest you. A good rule of thumb if you're considering purchasing an anthology is to look up how much the sheet music would cost for each individual song, and then sort of count up how many songs in there look interesting to you and sort of do the math. If it winds up that there's 6 songs in the book that are interesting to you, but the individual music would only cost $3 a piece, that's $18 on sheet music, but if the book itself is $25, then it makes more sense to buy the individual sheet music. You get what I'm saying? Just do a little math and decide whether you're saving yourself money by buying the book or not. This next section is some monologue books. As I stated in some of my other videos, most people tend to discourage monologues from monologue books, but when it comes to kids, it can be difficult to find good monologues from a play and have a monologue that isn't already overdone. So for this reason, Monologue Books can sometimes work for younger kids up through middle school. By high school, it's probably time to transition to actual plays and find your monologues there. Here we have Kids Are So Dramatic Monologues, Volume 1, Uplifting Monologues for Kids ages 6 through 12 and tips on how to perform them. It has short audition monologues that are 1 minute or less. It includes monologues written for both boys and girls, helpful direction from the author, acting tips and terminology, and even links to instructional videos. My daughter thought this book seemed great for kids starting out, especially those vocabulary terms that are commonly used in theater, and she thought those tips on how to perform the monologues would be helpful. This monologue book would be great for slightly older kids, maybe late elementary to middle school. It doesn't have acting tips included. It's contemporary monologues for young actors. We've used that book for a couple of auditions successfully. And finally, we have 48 monologues for kids and how to master them. It's the first in a series for young actors ages 8 to 15. For each monologue, there's a series of questions afterwards. It's basically leading kids to do text analysis, and that's very helpful in getting ready for an audition. Next up, we have this cute audition shirt that my daughter likes to wear, not to auditions, but to school. It's soft and it's held up with plenty of trips through the washer, and it says eat, sleep, audition, freak out, get cast, freak out, crush opening night, repeat. It's just kind of a cute shirt. Maybe the first time your kid gets cast in a show, you could buy this for them, or the first time they get a lead role they're really excited for. It's just a cute gift, maybe even opening night, something like that. Next up, we have a couple of things to help with dry mouth or sore throats. First up are these. I honestly don't even know how to say this. Grether's Pastilles for throat and voice with glycerin and fruit juice. Original formula, handmade in Switzerland. And these are the black currant flavor. My daughter says these are pretty good. She said they're kind of a strange texture. They seem like they're going to be chewy, but they you have to keep them in your mouth. You can't really chew them up. This brand is very old school. These have been around and used by actors forever. I'll hold one up so you can see about the size that we're looking at here. They're like this size. She said these are pretty good. Next up, we have Fontis lozenges. These were developed by Caitlin Hopkins of Texas State. My daughter says these taste better than the other brand. They have a tart green apple flavor. The back says that the tart green apple extract stimulates saliva production, manuka honey promotes healing, aloe vera and glycerin lubricate the throat. I actually went to a workshop and heard Caitlin Hopkins talk about these, and she worked really hard on this particular formula so that all of the ingredients in it would be helpful to the singer, and there's nothing in there that's bad for your throat. Next up, we have dance and rehearsal clothes. I have a daughter, so all of these items are for women or girls. Our first item I don't have with me. They're in the laundry, but they are yoga pants for rehearsals. They are, according to my daughter, very comfy and sturdy and supportive. They've held up well, and they have 3 pockets, which she says is a nice bonus, and they come in tons of colors. Another one that's in the laundry, we have this shirt for rehearsal. My daughter says it's soft and comfy. It fits true to size. This particular one doesn't come in extra small, so we bought the small, and it runs a little large on my daughter, but she's an extra small, so that's why we say it's probably true to size. Another shirt for rehearsals is this one. It comes in lots of colors. It has an open back. My daughter really, really loves this one. It's very soft, and the material is nice and breathable. You're going to want to make sure your daughter is wearing a cute sports bra of some sort, because obviously it's going to show a lot in the back there, but very cute option. This next one was left at school for a costume, and we can't get into school right now. It's a really cute shirt for rehearsals. It's cute and comfy. It's definitely cropped. My daughter's petite, and it definitely doesn't come down past her belly button. So if you don't want a lot of stomach showing, make sure you wear it with high-waisted leggings. My daughter is very fair, and so for a lot of shows, they ask for nude tights. A lot of companies, their nude tights look kind of strange on her because they're so tan compared to her skin. So we were really excited when a friend told us about the color salmon from Block. So these are Block tights, and this salmon color is very nice if you're fair. Obviously, you can see I'm fair as well, and it's a pretty good match for me. They're very sturdy and hold up really well. She's worn these for tons of performances, and they are still in great, like, new condition. We have this leotard for auditions and rehearsals. My daughter says it's very comfy and it's good quality. It doesn't seem to ride up, but again, she's petite, so if you're longer waisted, you may need to try it on and make sure it works for you. It's Capezio brand. It's a size extra small, and for my daughter, it seems to run true to size. She really likes the ruching in the front, and it sort of has, I wouldn't say quite a sweetheart neckline, but something like that. And these wider straps are great for kind of hiding your bra straps. She's planning to use this particular brand and style for her college auditions next year. This is a pull-on skirt that can go over tights and leotards. This one is good to wear to rehearsals if your character is wearing a skirt in the show. My daughter says it's great to kind of give you the feel of your costume as you're transitioning, and you're not quite to dress rehearsals yet, but you want to feel like what your character is wearing. This one is a wrap skirt for tights and leotards, and this is more like the style of what actual dancers use to rehearse in. There's a little bit of a learning curve with learning how to wear it, but once you get the hang of it, it's cute and it kind of covers areas if you don't want everything showing while you're at your rehearsal. We don't have these right now, but there's these Capezio booty shorts. That's what we call them, for wearing under costumes. These are great for quick changes. They're comfortable and not too short, so not like as short as some underwear that some booty shorts are. And the nude ones are good if you're wearing kind of a light colored costume. My daughter just really likes to wear these when she's in shows under her costumes, if she can get away with it, because it makes it easier to change between scenes. Next up, we have two speakers. The first one is the Bluetooth speaker that we use for auditions where they tell you to bring your own accompaniment. So basically, I Googled and looked for the best possible Bluetooth speaker. There were some that were very expensive, but this one was mentioned in several articles as the best option for the money. So it's not the least expensive option or the top of the line, but it's a good, decent speaker for the price. And then we have this little shower speaker. It's great for singing in the shower. It's not the most perfect sound quality, but it works well enough. And if I can figure out how to use it, I think most anyone can. The directions in it are pretty good, and it syncs with your phone really well. It's a great option, and it would make a cute gift. Our next section is dance shoes. A lot of people don't realize you can buy dance shoes on Amazon. Now, you're going to want to price around and see if the ones on Amazon are the lowest price, but if they are, you can't beat the convenience. Double check the return policy for each seller, but we've had great luck buying multiple styles and sizes and then sending back the ones that didn't work. First up, we have these block jazz dance shoes, and these are just a great beginning basic jazz shoe, and I believe they come in both beige and black. Next, we have my daughter's tap shoes. These are again Block brand, and they are really good tap shoes. My daughter likes these because they are flexible. These particular laces are not the laces that came in the shoe. You're going to want to look on Amazon and see the correct laces. We swapped these stretchy ones in because my daughter had a quick change in a show, and so she needed to be able to get between her jazz shoes and her tap shoes quickly for one particular scene. Here we have a pair of ballroom shoes. These are good for costumes, especially dressy costumes. Now, something to keep in mind is the soles on these are suede, and what will happen as you dance in these is the suede will get more and more slippery. So if you're wearing these for a show, you may want to be careful about when you start wearing these for dress rehearsals, because you don't want them to be slippery by opening night. So sort of pace yourself with these and be sure you don't wear them all the way down before opening night. My daughter really liked the clasp on these. We kind of had to go on to Amazon to find out how to use the clasp, but it's really good because it goes on and off really quickly. We did lose some rhinestones, so they aren't like excellent quality. They will, show some wear throughout a show, but for the price and for being able to see from stage, I think they held up nicely, and you can't see that well from far away that they're missing some rhinestones. And finally, in this section, we have my daughter's character shoes. She prefers a T-strap. These are Capezio brand. Something to know about Capezios is if you wear them all the time, like many days in a row, and you don't air them out, they can start to smell more than other shoe brands. I don't know what it is with them, but they can start to smell really bad. So just be sure to air them out really well between rehearsals or performances so that they stay smelling nice. You can also try putting some of those shoe inserts that they sell on Amazon for sort of deodorizing shoes, but these are a good affordable beginning character shoe option. This is a little bit random, but I thought I'd include it. Many theaters provide mic tape, but my daughter doesn't always like the tape that they provide. She has sensitive skin, and we found that this particular brand works well, and we like that we can buy it in bulk on Amazon. Next up, we have a few resources if you're considering going to college for musical theater. This book is the College Audition Workbook, a step-by-step guide through the college audition process. It has a lot of great resources and basically just sort of worksheets and things for your child to work through as they sort of narrow in on what schools they should audition for and how to prepare for their college auditions. It's a great resource. The next book is The Ultimate Musical Theater College Audition Guide, and it says advice from the people who make the decisions. And the reason they say that is because the author is the director and founder of the BFA Musical Theater program at Pace University in New York City. So she kind of knows what she's talking about when she is giving advice on what she's looking for during the audition process. And this is just a great book if your child's wanting to dive deep into acting. I would recommend it for kids in late middle school through high school and adults as well. It's called The School of Doing, Lessons from Theater Master Gerald Friedman by Isaac Klein. And we bought this book years ago. This summer, my daughter took theater intensives at the School of the Arts here in North Carolina, and one of her teachers was this author, Isaac Klein. The book was basically made from interviewing Gerald Friedman and his former students. Sadly, Gerald Friedman recently passed away, but it's so wonderful that his knowledge can live on in this wonderful book. Our last item is this portable fan. A portable fan might not seem like it belongs in a video full of stuff for theater kids, but one summer my daughter was in an outdoor production of The Little Mermaid and it was hot. So I went on Amazon and I found this fan. I bought one for her to use backstage and one for myself to use in the audience. A lot of portable fans that you can find are kind of pitiful. They don't really seem worthwhile. They don't do much, and some of them even can like get caught in your hair. So what I like about this one is nothing can get caught in the blades and it is very effective. So here it is on low, and there it is on medium, and there it is on high. So you can see it is strong. This past summer, she wasn't in a show, and I actually wound up using this at Disney World in Florida in August, and it was a lifesaver. So I highly recommend this fan. So that's everything. That's 34 items. If you have items that you found on Amazon that have to do with theater, please leave links down below. It would be great for us to share with each other. I hope you found this video helpful during these times when maybe it's tricky to get out to the stores. It will be nice to be able to continue working towards your child's theater goals, preparing for auditions for when we can have auditions again. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you found this helpful. Give it a share and a like, and I'll see you again next time.